Hey y'all, so I wanted to share a channeled message and in general what I've been processing lately. I'm gonna put you up here. Alright, feel free to get comfortable, take what resonates. So basically the whole theme of this video is disassociation and how it causes you to process things late. This is connected to basically everything in my life, and I didn't even know what disassociation was. I didn't truly know what it was until like the last couple years, and didn't even really fully connect it to myself until the last year. And I would just describe it as, it's like I knew things, but I didn't connect them and genuinely know them until now. So for instance, I was disassociating because of my households. I grew up in divorced households, and in general there was a lot of chaos and instability, and home was a wound for me. I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. Safety was fleeting, and there was trauma. Like everybody, there was trauma, and there were things that weren't okay. I definitely think in general my parents tried to do their best, and I love them. I'm not coming for them, but there was a lot of trauma. And the way that little me dealt with it was to disassociate and just put rose-colored glasses on, go play in my fantasy lands outside, go read my books, and just basically only think about the good things and just completely ignore what's going on and be like, no, that can't be true. Like, the way that denial has played a part in my whole life to a detriment, to the point where it's like, oh my God, like you are so bent on being positive and optimistic that you aren't even seeing what is in front of your actual face. Like, it's right there. And I didn't even realize that the households were toxic until way later, like high school. And even then I felt guilty about like admitting that or saying that. Like, I just basically got raised to like family at all costs, like unhealthy, codependent, like family obligation, and just guilt tripping, a lot of shame, a lot of suppression. And it led to me becoming a perfectionist and a people pleaser and changing my whole self, because at the root of it, I was wanting to be safe. I was keeping myself safe. I was surviving. And I believed that if I could just be good enough, if I could just be perfect, then there'd be nothing to criticize, and therefore you'd have to love me. Like, how sad is that? I just have so much love for little me, because it's like, people cope in different ways. Some people would have like fought back and been like, fuck you. And instead I just like, for the most part, I just took it and was like, I'll just be better. It's me. Like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't you. Oh, and just forming masks. Like, I feel like that's another part of disassociating. It's like the amount of times I was just masking and not fully myself and not comfortable and not listening to myself and just performing, and how draining it is to live a life of constant performing and code switching, acting like this when you're here, acting like this when you're here, and never just fully being you. Like, putting other people's feelings above yourself so much that you abandon yourself. Like, other people abandon you first, and then your response was to abandon yourself. And like, I just have had so much sadness about that, and I've really come home to myself the last couple years and made a promise to myself that like, I'm never doing that to you again, and realizing that's what I was doing. So there's another realizing things, right? So we have trauma, abandonment, the ways that I was. Like, I didn't also realize that, and I'm just gonna say this for everybody, overachieving, chronic overdoing, perfectionism, those are forms of self-abuse. People pleasing is a form of self-abandonment. I said what I said. Like, I'm in this position health-wise where I have now deduced that I have chronic fatigue syndrome, and it's like the doctors couldn't figure out. I've done so many tests. I've just been sick on and off for the last 2.5 years with no answers. And it's like, because when you live a life of not feeling what's going on in your body, abandoning yourself, and like just going until it's gonna break. Like if you push something too hard, it fucking breaks. And eventually the wheels fall off. And that's basically what's happened to me. Like the universe has been like, you can't keep going on like this. This is not sustainable. This is not healthy. And I've had to take such a hard look in the mirror. My whole lifestyle has changed, which I think is for the better. But it's just like, damn, I'm more sensitive than I've ever been. My main lessons that I have to learn in this life are how to rest genuinely. I wasn't resting for real in my whole life. My nervous system was on overdrive basically my entire life. I was hypervigilant. I began policing myself, and it's like rest, receiving help. That's a huge one. Just like actually receiving and not being the person that's like, no, it's fine, I'll just do it. I'll do everything myself and I'll do it perfect and nobody else can do it as good as me. Like, just let someone help you. Just let someone help you. You're not weak. Like, you're not a failure for accepting help. Maybe it's your turn. Maybe you deserve it. Maybe you're worthy of it. So help, receiving, rest, and just listening to my fucking body. And being like, oh, I feel super anxious. Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I don't like that. Like, giving myself permission to say no again has been the most healing thing ever. Because when I was little, I used to say no all the fucking time. And then at a certain point in my childhood, I became a people pleaser. And I think it was because it was easier than fighting back. Because I tried. Like, a couple times I remember I for sure tried. And it was not a good situation. It was like, oh, it's me against the pack. Like, this is not, no one's batting for me. Nobody's backing me. Like, it's not, so I just was like, okay, well, I'll just be perfect, and then nobody can come at me because there's nothing to complain about. But obviously that didn't work because if you're a people pleaser, there are people who will take advantage of that and just push it and push it and push it until you are a shell of yourself. And I would argue that if I had kept going like this in my life, it would have killed me. Like, you've got to listen to your body, because when you are pushing yourself so hard to show up for this, to go do this, to go be this, you are continuously telling yourself how you feel is not important. And I'm not listening to you. I'm not validating you. I'm not doing anything to help you. I'm actually leaving you. I'm leaving you to go do these things. And the worst part is that I'm taking your body and I'm putting you through this stress that you don't need to go through. So, man, like, oh my God, it's just been crazy to realize how harmful I've been on myself, and how, as much as it comes from trauma that happened to me from other people, a lot of it was picked up and continued by me under the fucking guise of toxic positivity, of, oh, well, what I'm doing is technically good and right, so it can't be bad. Oh, and maybe if I just do everything, then I'll be good enough, and then it'll be fine. And it's like, no, maybe you need to do less things. Because that's another lesson. Do less, be more. Like, one thing at a time. Trust yourself. Stop going to other people for help all the time. Like, sit with yourself and actually ask, how do I feel about this? Because the truth is, you do have the answers inside. Now, I'm not saying that, like, if you need a certain professional or expert in a field, that's different. But it's just like, in general, you have the knowledge inside of yourself. I do believe that we are all a part of the divine, of God. However you want to say it, I say all of them. And that means that you can access that wisdom through yourself. You are a conduit of the divine. So I will leave you with that, and I will probably make another video soon, but it is time to listen to yourself. Like, your health fucking matters. Your health is more important than anything. Your connection with yourself is the most important thing. I love you.